Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we're going to clean and put together our Space Marine Captain and Terminator armor from the new Leviathan box set. While this is a push-to-fit, ready-to-go model, we're still going to clean them up and glue them together and do it like I would any other model there, so he's just a little extra stable. But it actually came together quite quickly, under 10 minutes, even with the cleaning. But happy with it, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, to get started, I've got the rulebook out, and I have a metal baking tray here. I'm going to take the rulebook, and we're going to work on Captain here. It takes a 50mm base, and just to be sure, we're going to take our base, size it up. That's the right one. Alright, so now we're going to flip over to the Captain and Terminator armor instruction set. And let's get this a little bit more centered here. Now I'm going to start bringing out my tools. Now I've got a pair of clippers, and you can see I've abused them, but I keep the blades sharp. And I've got my Captain frame. What I'm going to do is take the flat edge of the blade, and you'll notice numbers correspond on the sprue to the instructions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the flat end and we're going to get it as tight to the model without cutting the model as possible, and we're just going to gently clip them down. And then once I've done that, I'm going to set it on the corresponding number. Now notice in like the robes and everything, just follow it around. We want to get that sprue gate separated as much as possible. And since it's a push fit, the sprue gates are kind of small, and if you get a smooth enough cut, if you're new to this and you don't care about how your models look, you can snip these really tight and just start putting them together. I'm more of a retentive individual, so I like to clean mine up. But we're going to go around, clip all these off, and put them on the book. There we go. Now you can see we have all the pieces cut out now. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to take X-Acto blade. Most of you could probably skip this step, and file, definitely most of you could skip this step. But here's what I do, is I want to smooth this down even more. So the sprue gates aren't perfectly off, so I'm going to take my X-Acto blade, and you should never cut towards yourself, but I'm too old to change my habits. There, and we can trim off the sprue gates. And that's for when I put washes, and tinctures, and oils on my models. It'll look much smoother. So between all the sprue gates, you'll see these thin little lines, and washes love to cling to those if you put them on thickly like I do. And those are the mold lines, so we're going to trim those, not trim them off, we're going to file those off. You said these type of push fit models, that won't be that big of an issue. But then I'm going to go and set it back down and move on to the next piece. And you know, it might seem silly on a model like this, but when you get into more advanced sets with like options and everything, it's, if you just start going down the numbers, sometimes you'll make mistakes, as per the Necromunda models that I enjoy. But we'll go ahead and get these pieces cleaned up, and then we'll begin assembly. Not bad on the mold lines. Now I finished cleaning up my models. Now when I say, if you ever decide to run around with the file, keep in mind that sometimes it's okay to leave the mold line if cleaning it off will destroy more detail than it will enhance. So for example, he's got a little sprue gate on top of his head. If you get too crazy, you're going to remove some of the hairline, some like the mole of the sculpture that shows he has hair. The starburst here, the iron halo, I normally never clean around that just because good chance of breaking these tips off. So I leave those alone. But now we're going to go to assembly. That's really the reason people watch these videos. So let me reach for my glue. So I'm going to use plastic glue. You don't have to, super glue is fine. I just like how plastic glue works because of the fit. It gives you a little time. Now you don't have to glue these on, you can just push fit them, and so, but I like to glue them on to be extra stable. So do a dry fit first, that's where I just put it into place, make sure everything's working well, and make sure the glue's actually coming out. Okay, and then we seat it in there. Just press really hard and it'll go into place. So now I'll put the next layer on. Yeah, for there. Okay. So snap into place. Okay, so we're going to start off with the right arm. Now imagine if you put something on wrong, like get the angle wrong in this one, the plastic glue gives you a little bit more fungibility before it hardens, where super glue gives you a lot of play. But make sure you don't stick the glue on the dowel itself, because what will happen there is that it will fill the slot completely, meaning it won't fit all the way down. Not so much on these basic models, but definitely like the Necromunda, the more advanced models. And so you can see it's still rolling around a little bit there. I am just... hands are not working right today. First day with the new hands. Okay, so... get you up. There's a little push. Oh, that's the problem. Got you too far down. Where are... got the wrong one. Jeez Louise, I got him backwards. That's why he's not fitting. So much for saying I was going to put them in the right spot. That's why. Got too cocky. Get cocky, kid. There we go. So let's go on to this arm. Try not to get too cocky. Got the angle right. There we go. Yeah, the female adapter likes to fit all the way through the arm into the male adapter, kind of floating this and pinning it into place. Okay, so this one. Okay. It's kind of odd for the magazine. Show the picture of the back end of it. Okay, I can work with that. Man, I am not controlling my hands well today. I'm out of practice. And painting, not assembling. Okay, so now, get here. Okay, got a little bit more slack on this. Okay, so you notice when I was clipping off, I didn't follow my own rules. I clipped off that little pin. Well, that's fine. We're going to glue it anyway. If you ever want to get like a custom base or something, you're going to do that. Let's go ahead and slide it on through. Remember, just for fun, we can always shoot it down and work the other end, because the plastic glue will start melting this glue, fusing it together. So let's look at the base. It's supposed to fit in these two holes here. Okay. Kind of missed a spot. Quick little flick of the wrist here. Let's get this. Oh, that's why it's a. I'm just looking at rock. I thought it was just some rocks. It's actually a Tyranid he's standing on. Not a good day. Not a good day. Alright, so let's just go around. Just a seam. So let's line it up with the holes. There we go. Yeah, this should fit in well with my Necron, guys. That makes sense. Okay, just put a little dab of glue right here. Helps if I speak into the mic. Oh well. Alright. Alright, so sometimes I use my little tweezers. This is the people chatter outside. Come here, you. There we go. And I like to save the head for last because it allows me to tweak it around. There we go. That was actually pretty quick. Happy with that. Guy came together pretty well. Well, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.